Well, it must be fall, my friend, because your old buddy John is up to camera tests again. Look what I found. Yeah, so welcome back to Road Reality. We're gonna be running the GoPro Max. This is the Max 1, the 6-year-old 360 camera. And speaking of one, I only have one good battery for it because that's how it goes. It's a blue top battery and one of them got swole, bro. So yeah, it's time to test this thing out. I haven't used it along the lines of like a month ago where I had that video. I was like, I forgot about my tools and I just used them and I didn't think about them. Well, I hadn't thought about this guy in a long time. So today we're gonna throw this on the front of the bike, about like that. Got the GoPro Jaws clamp mount. It's fairly tight still. It does rotate a little bit. It's got a thing in here, you can tighten up the rubber, but I think as long as I stay under 50 or 60, it should be fine. But I can keep an eye on it from where I'm riding. And before we get on the bike, a quick reminder, the merch shop is live. I should get my new hat here shortly. But yeah, if you like this shirt here, and this one says coffee, coffee, coffee on the back, then head on down to the link below in the video description and check out the Road Reality merch shop. It's not just my logo, folks. There's other cool stuff on there. Anyway, let's go put the GoPro Max to a test. And I would have used my 4-foot selfie stick, but I couldn't find the little attachment that goes from the GoPro fingers to the selfie stick. But I already ran into a problem. This thing is way too close to my brake pedal. So through the magic of being able to just do that, I can do this and then get it lined up. I guess I could have flipped it around. All right, now it should be out of the way of my foot, mostly, except I guess it's in the way of my shifter now. What's more important, brakes or shifting? Nope, we're good. Well, even at 50 miles an hour, she's holding on steady over there. I don't know if that's a Road Glide thing or if it's a GoPro Max thing, but it's flat into the wind. I would have expected it to move quite a bit already, but it's not. Man, that horn is loud on the new Road Glide. Gotta sync the footage somehow, and I don't think that thing over there is gonna be able to hear me say, sync 1, sync 2, sync 1, sync 2, like that camera and this camera do. Well, look, I realize you didn't click on the video to see me do a stupid test. A, you wanna see the results of the test, but B, you wanna know why. What does this have to do with me, John? Because you're self-centered. That's why you wanna know. But look, let's go back a few years, all right? Insta360 and GoPro had the 360 camera game on lockdown. GoPro might have started with it, but Insta360 ran away with the ball, went through the end zone, took it out the tunnel and into the parking lot and was like, screw you, GoPro, I'm taking your ball and going home. And at the same time, 360 cameras were huge bad. They were huge in the motovlog world and other niches on YouTube. I can't pronounce niches, it's niches. So what happened to the 360 camera? Well, a lot of people realized it is a pain in the tuchus to edit these files. You either go into the camera maker's app and you reframe it there, and then you export it, and then you import it into your video timeline, and then you spit it out after you've edited, and you realize you did a bunch of framing for like 98% of the video that you didn't use, which was my case too, which is why I edit all my 360 stuff inside DaVinci Resolve. So anytime you see the Max footage today, know that that was edited in Resolve. Whoa, what the? Boy, they got a pile of debris over here. Good gracious. Too bad the camera wasn't on the other side. You could have seen it better. But the other problem was that the first and second generation 360 cameras just don't have the resolution, because they may advertise 5.6K, but in reality, it's basically 1080. And in most cases, it's not even full 1080. It's like cheap 1080. Come on, dude. You gotta, well, I was gonna say green light, but you gotta go sign. So for a lot of people, it was a fad and they used it for a little while and then it collected dust on a shelf. I am one of those people. My bad. I show you how good the 360 camera footage can be, but producing 3 videos a week and mixing in 360 cam footage, really a pain in the butt. It's not easy. You know what? We're gonna pull over and move the camera here shortly. I wanna get some different views. So what I'm gonna do is grab my Jaws clamp and reposition it on the handlebars. And then I want this rear screen facing me. So we're gonna do like that, and then like that. Now, I really don't like this setup, and I know a lot of people do it. I'm gonna move it over. It blocks my forward view. Not a huge fan. I know it's off to the side and all that, but I don't care for it being up there. But in the interest of science, I'm doing it for you. Now, on the flip side, I can keep a better eye on the camera. It's way up here as I go over speed bumps. Woo! How's that stability, huh? Is that pretty good or what? GoPro nailed that. I know GoPro gets a lot of hate for a lot of things, and probably rightfully so, as I idle over this one. Yahoo! Ride 'em, cowboy! You could see all that in 360, right? Well, it's not 360, it's reframed. But still, this stuff is, it's a lot of fun, but it is a lot of work. And GoPro nailed the stability on their cameras. They have that market cornered as far as I'm concerned. I see less shake on GoPro cameras mounted to handlebars than I do on DJI or Insta360 ones. That's just my personal observation. I would like you to comment down below, or you, and let me know what you think in the video description or comment section, or flashing lights distracted me. Go leave a comment below. Let me know if you've seen it in other people's videos too, as I putz along in second gear. Have no fear. You know what? I already came up with a third camera angle. So at the end of this road, we will deploy the third camera angle. These speed bumps are ridiculous. They're like a foot tall. You know, maybe not a foot tall, but they're big. All right, so now it's time for camera angle number 3. We are recording, 'tis of thee. We want to go right here. See, this thing is too big for this. It's going to wobble around. That bar is smaller than that bar and that bar. So I had a third camera angle, and it's not going to work out. So I'll do what I should have done from the start and put the thing with the clampy bit hanging out that way instead of towards my brake pedal. So we have that it was a fad, and it's got extra editing. What is the proper, in my opinion, use case for a 360 camera? One is if you're riding along, you're not talking to anything, you've got one camera you can reach. Maybe you want to make sure you don't miss anything. You've got it running. I know a friend of mine, Jarvis Biker, runs one all the time. He's got external power for his GoPros, so he's got one sticking up off of here. But like I said earlier, as I go through puberty, because I didn't bring coffee with me on this quick ride, as I was saying earlier, the forward visibility is important. I don't like cameras blocking my forward visibility. I want to be able to see the stupidity happen before the drivers even think about it. I want to be on top of that, on my A game, if you will. So I like to be paying attention to the road at all times and comfortably ride along in safety while I watch this guy inch forward, or gal. Yep, you're gonna pull out, son of a gun. Watch their wheels, people. So, distracted driver, distracting aside, the use case is something like that. Or if you want to catch a really cool angle, like right now I'm going to drift over towards the solid white line, and you can get a different angle, a different perspective on that line than you would otherwise get. So you can get those down low shots. And I know people do a lot of down low camera angle shots, and they hard mount the camera. Patrick from Moto Ramblings comes to mind, and my buddy Dean, Moto Bomb, Virginia, he's got a rear facing camera down low on his Harley. Forget which Harley it is, let me know in the comments, Dean. But he does that to catch the tailgaters in his area. It would be entertaining if it weren't so sad. So you've got those use cases, and you've got plenty of things to use them for, but I think what catches people out is they use them for everything. They just go out and they run the 360 camera all the time. And I don't see a red light flashing anymore. I think mine's shut off. I did it. All right. Oh, the red light's on the front. Why is there no red light on the back? All right, now there's a red light. Okay. I did tell you it's been 2 years since I used that GoPro Max, right? I've forgotten what to look for and how it works. Oh, this is too much fun. Yeah, there's a little tiny red light on the back screen until the screen shuts off. Yeah, that's silly. I'm trying to watch the road and look down. I can't even see it. It says it's recording. We'll believe it. Remember earlier I said you could get a really cool view of the road with the 360 camera? Yep, we're gonna test that out as long as there's not too much debris on this side of this road. Ha ha! Nicely done. I love it. Hopefully that looked cool. And that's that. Hopefully you enjoyed this test of the GoPro Hero Max, and since it's still on, we're at 68% battery. The Hero 12 is at 61, and the Hero 13 is at 63%. So I was gonna say something about battery life on these things, but it's not bad. Granted, it's not doing what all the newer ones do, and I am hoping to see better life out of the Max 2. I really am. I think GoPro has its pluses and minuses. Each camera does. I think DJI overexposes and over sharpens their footage by default. GoPro, I think, does a better job with the color, but they don't do a good job at low light. And sometimes they're unreliable out of the box. I'll give the haters that. But that remote right there is why I keep buying GoPros. It cannot be beat. Nobody else has a fully functioning remote that powers the cameras on and off and does start and stop of recording. They all do the start and stop of recording, but if you have a DJI, it's going to time out on you and turn off. That is no bueno for my workflow. That is my workflow, my preference, but this has been fun. I finally got this thing out and now there's a bee. So anyway, if you watch this long in the video, go down in the video description below and check out my merch shop. Yeah, the new hat should be out by now. I really like the quality of this stuff and I hope you do too. So if you want to support me in what I'm doing and have something tangible to hold in your hands, yes, buy the merch. Anyway, I do hope you're having a great day and I do thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, go check out this video and don't forget your 2 mantras. 1, you have a 100% track record of making it through a bad day, and 2, do something nice for yourself every day. John out.